how to make some delicious green rice. I'm going to be pairing my green rice with some tostones and some beans. I'm going to be showing you guys how to make the beans, but the link to how to make the tostones are down below because I just didn't want to make this video super duper long, and I've already showed you guys how to make tostones before. So, if this is your first time stopping by, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the little notification bell next to it so you'll be notified whenever I post a new video, which is Monday, Wednesday, and Saturdays. So yeah, let's get veggie. Alright guys, so for this recipe, I'm going to be using a caldero, which is just like a pot in Spanish, but this is like those heavy calderos, which are, I don't even know what they're made from, but it's just like, I guess like heavy aluminum. They're like really tough. And this is what I always make my Spanish rice in. I wouldn't make my Spanish rice in any other kind of like thin aluminum pot unless I'm doing like instant rice or something like that. But so yeah, right now I just have the pan on high because I'm just like drying off the water because I just washed it off. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is adding about 2 tablespoons to 2 tablespoons and a half of vegetable oil. You could also use what do you call it? Olive oil. Let me put this down. It seems a little angry. And also going to be adding a cup and a half of chopped white onion. I'm going to be adding 1 cup of carrots, a chopped carrot, and I'm also going to be adding half of a green bell pepper, also chopped. So that is all going in there. I'm also going to toss in some salt and some pepper. I wish you guys could smell this already. Before I even tossed anything into here, you could already smell everything just while everything was prepping. So I'm just going to cover this up so it can soften a little faster. It doesn't have to soften all the way, but you do want it to be like sort of tender. Alright, so this is pretty much ready for us to keep going. It's been going for about 5 minutes and about 2 minutes covered, really not that long. And next we're going to go ahead and add in 6 garlic cloves. These garlic cloves have been crushed and minced. And I just like to put them in at the end so it doesn't get like that bitter, nasty, bitter taste. Next we're going to go ahead and add in our water. I'm using 4 cups of water because I'm using 3 cups of rice. I'm using long grain rice, which is why I'm using 1 extra cup of water. I just always do it that way. So I'm adding in 1 bay leaf, 1/4 of a teaspoon of pepper, 1/2 a teaspoon of oregano, 1/4 of a teaspoon of cumin, and 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm not sure if I said that already. You're just going to go ahead and mix that up together. And you're going to let this water come to a boil. Alright, so our water is boiling. I'm going to go ahead and add in our 3 cups of rice. And this is long grain. I'm using white rice. I usually use white rice, but I'm sure you could use brown rice and it'll still work out fine. So once the water goes in, I bring it down to about a medium. And then I put a lid on it and I keep the lid like slightly open just because you don't want it to like overboil or like boil over. I'm just making sure that this is like this little stove thing or burner is a little tricky. So I usually cook on my just my real stove. So whenever I'm cooking rice on here is like I'm real skeptical. So what I'm going to do is like start it here, but I'm moving it towards the back. Alright, so next I'm going to be doing the green part, what makes the actual rice green. And I should have done this before, so heads up, you guys might want to do this before. But so I have a cup and a half of cilantro, and that's like packed cilantro into a cup. And I'm also going to be adding 1/2 of a green bell pepper, just like roughly chopped. And I'm going to go ahead and blend this. I'm actually going to add just like a tad bit of water so it can blend easier. And then we're going to blend it all the way so it's just colored, liquefied. Alright guys, so this should have been added in like before I even added the rice, because once the rice starts to like absorb the water, you want it to be absorbing the green liquid. But it's okay. So you definitely want to do this step beforehand. I don't know why I didn't prep this before, but as you can see, the liquid is actually green. So I'm mixing it up, which I also shouldn't be doing. It's a no-no while you're making rice, but here I'm mixing it up. So anyways, so you see the liquid is green. That's what you want, and that's what's gonna make your rice green. You want it to be completely liquefied because once it absorbs the liquid, that's the color it's going to take on. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and cover this up, and we're going to let it sort of like simmer like that until all the liquid is absorbed. So quick update, the rice didn't have like water boiling or bubbling anymore. It stopped bubbling, which means that the liquid had dried out. So I went ahead and mixed it around, and then I'm going to let it, I'm actually going to lower down the heat to low, and then I'm going to move it about every 15 minutes. So I'm actually going to set my timer. This is pretty much how I've made my Spanish rice forever. My mom at one point was like, oh, about every 15 minutes you move it, and I like stuck with the 15-minute thing, and it seems to work out fine every time. So anyways, let's go ahead and move on to our beans. And I'm just going to move this around. I'm basically going to let this onion become like golden color, a little burnt almost. That's perfectly fine. That actually gives it that perfect flavor that I love in my sort of like mashed, like Mexican style beans. So honestly, this bean recipe, I'm sort of like winging for you guys because I never really do measurements for my beans. I just sort of do like eyeball everything, but I am going to give you guys, I'm going to make sure that this tastes delicious before I actually give you the go about it. Yeah, it's tasting good. I'll let you guys know along the way. And I'm going to be throwing in 6 garlic cloves. I just kind of like crushed them, but I didn't really do anything else to them because they're going to be blended. Just to get like a little fragrant and have a little bit of color. You don't want to do too much to them. This is sort of like the same way I did the beans for, what did I do those beans for? Oh, for the tamales. So if you guys are interested like in another recipe on how to make chipotle black beans, or maybe it was pinto beans, I think it was pinto beans, but I know they were chipotle. Next I'm going to be adding 1 30-ounce can of rinsed and drained pinto beans. And I'm just going to mix this all together with this, just so we can get a little bit of extra flavor, but it doesn't really matter how long. You just want it to get like a little bit of flavor from your garlic and your onion. And now we're going to blend this together. I love like the really creamy sort of like beans. Next we're going to go ahead and take this blender, which looks dirty, but it's not dirty, it's just flavorful. It's not dirty, I promise you. It's just, this is like the leftover of what we use for our green rice. And I just added about a cup of water into the blender, sort of like to get all the rest of the stuff off the edges and to make it easier to blend this all together. So I'm just going to put our beans, our onions, and our garlic into the blender. Oh, it smells so good. Alright, so I went ahead and blend this all up. I know not everyone is into like the super creamy beans because me and my kids love creamy beans, but Chris is like not a huge fan of creamy beans. In fact, he's actually not a big fan of beans at all since I went vegan and since the kids went vegetarian, because we just have a lot of beans with everything, so he's kind of like over it. Alright guys, so our rice is already done. The greens are all nice and tender. We're going to go ahead and take out the bay leaf because you don't want to eat the bay leaf. I'm just going to try to go ahead and make this pretty so you guys can see how adorable it looks. So I'm just putting it like in a little small bowl. Not like this is like the type of portion I would eat because I would eat a lot more than this. But this is just making it cutesies for a picture, okay? So, I'm going to go ahead and put a little mound of rice. Next we're going to go ahead and add some beans onto the side. Next I'm going to go ahead and add some avocado. Next, but definitely not least, some tostones. And if you guys want to get a little more fancy, go ahead and add a little cilantro. What are you doing? Taste testing?
I would do good. And then, let's take it, okay? This is good.
You like it for real? It's yummy? You want more? Good. So that's it, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to give this video a big old thumbs up if you liked it. Also, share this video so other people could see how delicious vegan food could be. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.